Right, hello everybody, looking a little bit ahead of schedule here, but it's almost time for BCV8 Championship Race 1 here at Brands Hatch, the first race of the season for the BCV8 Championship. Here is David Strike, looking to strike it lucky. That was terrible, wasn't it? That was terrible. You've heard that before, haven't you?
The only way is forward from here.
Yeah, it is. Are you looking forward to this one? Conditions are perfect.
Oh, yeah, it's good now. Better than qualifying. It was really a bit slippery in qualifying.
Yeah.
And I was taking it easy with a brake issue. So hopefully
okay.
we're sorted. That's why I'm back here.
You think it's sorted now?
Yeah. Hopefully.
We'll be watching. Best of luck. David Strike there had a brake issue in qualifying, we think. So let's keep on going round. We've got Mr. Balfour here as well. Let's jump out. I want to very quickly talk to Babak Farzian, if that's all right, because they're not long to go and they are going to be going out on track. Babak, Happy New Year and all that stuff, and bits and bobs and things like that. You could only do a few laps in qualifying. Is that because you were straight out in the next race as well?
No, that's because my fire extinguisher had extinguished.
Oh my goodness, I'm joking. I mean, that could have been quite serious, couldn't it?
Yeah. But no, it's all okay now. All sorted.
You're all sorted.
Yeah.
Can I just get the camera around and just have a look in the cockpit here, because it's got to be one of the smartest sort of dashboard cockpits I've ever seen. Have a look at that. Charles, what do you make of that smart, hey?
Yeah, it looks like it's been designed by an engineer, that. Someone with OCD at least. It's very smart.
Let's keep going around.
Any chance I've hit the nail on the head with either of those?
Definitely wasn't me, so yeah, it was someone that was a pro.
Okay, good to know. Thank you very much. Have a good race.
It's time for the cars to get going already, so folks who come to drivers, don't worry, a little bit later we are going to hear even more from the drivers. Let's just take a walk down. Whilst we do, let's just pop that grid order up on screen for you. How qualifying finished. Let's show you that graphic now. James Wheeler, the man on pole position, as you can tell. It's going to be an absolute cracker. Ian Pryor alongside him as well. Those class cars, there we go. Look who it is. It's Mr. Toby giving us a good wave there. Car straight out. We are very much ahead of schedule. This race is not scheduled to go until 4:10, chaps. But it looks like we're going to go in about 5 minutes.
Yes. Sorry, I wasn't quite taking that cue.
I was leading in really well, to say so, but I wasn't, so apologies.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, normally when we're walking down here, we're cutting a VT or something. But very ahead of schedule. Clearly the marshals and everyone really doing a brilliant job this weekend. As you might have seen or heard on some of the other streams that we've mentioned, we have had the odd red flag, the odd crash, and we're still really far ahead in the schedule, so someone really wants to get home for dinner tonight, don't they?
Absolutely. We'll introduce Mitch is back with us very shortly. Before we do that, we make our way up to our viewing spot to give you the full race coverage here. Let's take a little quick look at some of the highlights from qualifying earlier this morning. Roll VT. V8 Championship about to take to the track, and I certainly can't wait to see the Class C V8. So once again, joining us today is Charles Boniface. You were with us all day yesterday for the MG Cup, the trophy. Now you're here for the BCV8 Championship, and these are going to be a corker, aren't they, Charles? I mean, these are loud. So for the first time this season and this year, the BCV8s head out on track in competitive anger, shall we say.
Gotta love the sound of a V8 as well, don't you, Ian? I mean, it's an absolutely wonderful sounding engine.
Yeah, it certainly is. And there is James Wheeler, by the way, leading them out in the yellow #1. Again, look at that, a bit of a power slide from Mr. Wheeler down there. He joined me in our pre-season show on Friday night. That's it. That is across our channels. If you want to go back and watch that and hear from James Wheeler, do go check it out. But this is going to be so entertaining. And again, at any time, if you do want to find out more about the BCV8 Championship, there is also a link in the body of this broadcast. Takes you to the website. But maybe don't bother clicking it until after qualifying is over. 15 minutes coming up. But it's cold, isn't it, Charles, again?
It is very cold, and the wind seems to have picked up compared to yesterday as well, which I don't think will affect these cars too much, but they are heading into a headwind into paddock, which will probably... big moment there from the green one as he was coming through paddock on the brakes. Massive moment from him. Yeah, he did well to collect that.
Greenwood or Steve Wells, I think it's Chris Greenwood. I'll have a look in a second as he comes around and I can pick his number up. Yeah, I mean, these make a fine sound, don't they?
Like that, because whenever he's loaded up going through a left-hander, you'll see it come from the right-hand side of the car, which is obviously the part of the car that will be squatting onto that wheel.
He's not feeling anything. There's still blue smoke coming out the back of it, but he did stay out, so either he's not aware of it. I mean, you can smell it, can't you, look?
Oh yeah, there's definitely something coming off the back of that car. You can see it heading up into Druids.
Smoke coming out that doesn't seem to be affecting the performance though, because he's still going pretty rapid.
Yeah, he's clearly still going for it. So hopefully it's just something that's not serious.
Now, funny enough, we were talking about the track and drivers getting tired. You're right, it's not a long lap here, it's a short lap, one of the shortest of the season, probably the shortest of the season actually. But like we said, and it's St James that I touched on, there's no rest here though.
No.
Despite it being a short lap, there is no rest. You go around Silverstone, you've got big straights, and not that you can like take your eye off the ball, but you've got times where you can just rest the neck a little bit, just chill out a little bit. Whereas here, there are no straights. Like literally, I mean the Cooper straight here, even that's not really a straight. The start-finish line is a constant right-hander, isn't it? There are no actual straights. You're constantly working the wheel.
Yeah, exactly that. There's no actual straights, as you said, and even with the short.
Yeah. Okay, stop the video, bring us back. Yeah, welcome back. There is a little bit more to that video, but as you can see, the cars are now lined up there. There is James Wheeler in the yellow #1, Ian Pryor alongside him. This is going to be fiery, Charles Boniface.
Yes, it's definitely going to be fiery, as you said, James. As you said, Ian, we've got the defending champ on pole position, so that is definitely going to be one to watch.
So here we go for the first time in 2023, the BCV8 Championship. Oh, I'm excited for this one. Hear the roar, hear the noise. A bit of moving forward for Price. Had a bad start and he's trying to wheel spin so much. James Wheeler takes a huge lead here already. He's going to lead into turn 1. Ian Pryor has managed to recover though and slip back into second place. Is everybody going to get through safely? I think so, Charles.
Yeah, everyone seems to have got through safely, which is always the main thing. It's something we've seen as a consistent thing all weekend.
Oh, sorry, James Wheeler goes very wide round Druids, but he does manage to get his foot down and pull it back against Ian Pryor, and James Wheeler go toe-to-toe into Graham Hill. This is for the outright lead of the race, and it's Wheeler who manages to get through and holds it. Now we are joined by Mitch Murray.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He might have an issue.
He does go through. Wow, great stuff. Thank you very much, Charles. Right, Mitch Murray's with us as well. Mitch, lively start, lively opening lap so far. What do you make of that?
It was incredible. One of the front row seemed to make a dodgy start, and it meant that row 2 practically caught them before they'd even got to the gantry. But the fight is still back on for the lead. It looks like Wheeler's going to get the inside line into paddock, but the straight line speed, he doesn't seem to have enough to get into the braking zone alongside, which is really what you need to make a move into paddock.
That's incredible, isn't it? So it's Pryor who does lead from second up to first, but James Wheeler all over the back of him. McAngus is in third place. Wells is fourth. Al Spencer is fifth, then Ken Deemer is sixth, then Greenwood. We've got 86, it says it's unknown. I'll just quickly double check who that is.
While you're doing that, Ian, it looked like Wheeler might have dropped a gear then coming out of Graham's, because the amount of pace difference was pretty shocking. Although saying that, the lap afterwards, the exit that the current leader gets out of Graham to just pull away is pretty impressive. Wouldn't you say so, Mick?
Yeah, it's an incredible start. Yeah, Wheeler looks like he's trying to get a better run out of clearaways than he has, and he's alongside already as they come past the pit entry. But the straight line speed of Pryor may be able to keep him alongside. They are absolutely dead even across the line. Pryor seems to be ahead as they come into the braking zone for Paddock Hill. And he's going to hold the inside line.
Yeah, but they've switched over and Wheeler's gone to the outside to try and get the cut back, and he's come back underneath him, and he'll get a brilliant drive up to Druids, and he's already in the lead without even needing to use the braking zone. Wheeler back into the lead of this race.
Wow, 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 wow. I'm pretty certain in sixth place, number 86, Neil Fowler, of course. Oh, there's a spinner. 77. And I think it's 77, it's McAngus. We saw his spin actually in qualifying as well, didn't we, a little bit earlier. He's had a spin at the top of Druids. Here's Johnson plummeting right down the field here. And now James Wheeler's looking to stretch his legs a little bit from Ian Pryor in second. We've got... Yeah, of course, it must be Wells now. He's up into third place. So a lot of driver changes on this lap. Oh my word, this is exciting.
Yeah, definitely very exciting. And we did note as well in commentary during qualifying that 77 car is particularly lively, both under the brakes and mid-corner. So still being a handful, even now it's absolutely perfect conditions for some racing.
Now I know heating can sometimes be a bit of an issue for these cars. The sun is shining, although it is still a little bit nippy up here. I imagine in the cockpit it is roasty toasty in there. James Wheeler leading the way, last year's overall champion in the BCV8 Championship. Ian Pryor just behind. Wells is in third place. Fowler's now up to fourth. Then El Spencer's fifth. Wardle, Ollie Wardle is sixth. Had a lot of smoke coming out the back of the car. He qualified, did Ollie Wardle, but he's back out. Ken Demas, seventh. Then Greenwood eighth. McAngus in ninth now after that spin on the last lap up at Druids. McCarthy is 10th. Jay Spencer is 11th. Samuels is 12th. Ben Toby's 13th. Gives a little wave. Then he rides his 14th. Linfield 15th. David Strike, who we spoke to in the assembly area, is 16th. Then Dickinson Young. Farthing's in the pits. So Farthing's in the pits, and I'm not sure where Chittenden in number 163 is.
Looks like a good midfield fight between Wardle and Dima, although there was a lot of smoke coming from the back of Wardle's car. I can't tell if it's a bright wheel rub or possibly something more sinister. At the moment he's carrying on, doesn't appear to be looking forward. Safety car has been deployed.
So is that someone in the wall at Druids?
Oh no, that is. Let me just see who it is.
Looks like the same one that spun just now.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's
McAngus?
It's McAngus,
Yeah.
it is.
We've been saying all
like
day how
Ross
lively
McAngus.
that car is. Sorry, Ian.
Yeah, no.
And
go ahead.
it seems to be quite a handful. And like I said to you earlier as well, we were talking about it when we were in, about how, you know, having such a long break between the two, you can get very tired. It's very easy to allow that energy level to drop to the point that the concentration is difficult to get back in the zone to where you're absolutely 100% on it, energized. You're not sort of sleepy or lethargic after such a long break between the qualifying and the first race, obviously, this late in the day. And yeah, hopefully the driver's okay. And
does it look like he's gone in backwards? Looks like he's obviously clipped it, been spun round, hasn't he? So hopefully nothing too bad there at all. Yeah, safety car is out at the minute, as you can see. James Wheeler is leading the way. Ian Pryor's in second. It looks like Neil Fowler's got himself up into. Well, I think that's changed. I don't think that's right now, is it? Young is third now. Fowler is fourth. Wells has dropped down to fifth. Then El Spencer is sixth. Dima is seventh. Greenwood is now eighth. McCarthy is ninth. Jay Spencer's 10th. Samuels 11th. Toby 12th. Linfield 13th. Then Ride, Strike, Wardle, Dickinson, McAngus, as we know, is in the wall at the top. I think he's probably okay though. And then Farzing's in the pits, and it says Farzing's in the pits. I'm not so sure if he is actually either, because Chittenden is still going around here in his MGB GT just behind us, quite a way behind everybody.
yeah, so
yeah.
Oh, sorry, Ian, I was going to say, so the safety car's now taking them round. He'll probably be looking to average between 50 and 60 miles an hour. He'll be taking all of his cues from the clerk of the course, who will be in his ear, or at least in his navigator's ear, with the radios and everything, directing how much pace he wants. Obviously, they need enough to keep all the cars moving and try and allow the drivers to keep the heat in their tyres and everything else, at least to a certain extent. But he will be looking to back the field up to minimise the time under safety car. So it's a fine balance between driving too slow for everyone involved and driving too fast, so that too much of the race goes before they can get underway again.
Yeah, no sign of Chittenden. As we said, Dickinson going around in 17th place in his MGA twin cam. That sounds beautiful, doesn't it? What a noise these cars make.
McAngus seems to be coming back into the pits under his own steam, so that's a good sign.
That's good, yeah. Wheels look a little bit like they've seen better days, though, don't they?
Yeah, that rear one doesn't seem to be moving, unless that's just my eyes.
I think it is, yeah.
That's just my eyes, my bad.
Russ McAngus, unfortunately, out of this race. And it's such a short turnover, isn't there, chaps? I mean, literally, we're going to end this broadcast almost at the checkered flag and then go straight, set up and be back in the assembly area for race 2, because there is 1.5 hour race in between. We've spoken about it a lot. Qualifying was, 10:25 this morning. This is now actually race 1 of the entire weekend for the BCV8 Championship. Championships, we've done the MG Cup, the MG Trophy. They've all gone home already. Yeah. I mean, it's incredible.
Sorry to cut you off, Ian. The lights have gone out in the safety car. He's broken away. Wheeler has taken over as effectively the safety car, ready to restart this race. You can see, and has he gone early? Yes, he's gone early. He's gone already.
James Wheeler, you old fox, you wily old fox. He knows what he's doing. I tell you what, Ian Pryor's no mug either, and it looks like he's going to be sticking around too. A young it's just dropped back a little bit, taking Neil Fowler with him. So here we go, we're back under green flag as they come over the line, and James Wheeler leads, but Ian Pryor is really getting close. Is he going to be close enough for a last gasp lunge? He's going to make James think about it a little bit, doesn't he? But he's comfortably got the line. He wasn't really in any danger.
No, not at all. Like you said, he's got the line. He wasn't far enough alongside to make it stick, and I think Wheeler knew that. Just played it smart, didn't defend a position that he didn't need to defend. However, further back we do have more action, a couple of side-by-sides going into Druids. That is very exciting there.
I think that might be Mr. Tovey going up round there. Good battle between those. There's 4 of them involved in that one. A bit of smoke coming out the back. That's Ollie Wardle again, isn't it? Number 79. Yes, it is. We saw smoke coming out the back of his car in qualifying. It's happening again. I just wonder, might just be burning something off, I suppose. And here's that battle down there. That's McCarthy and Jay Spencer almost going side by side.
Yeah, it is, and we've got a battle for a second going on, and it looks like...
Yeah, it's Neil Fowler. Neil Fowler, he is flying, isn't he? Now he's all the way over to the back of James Wheeler, just on the fastest lap of the race that last time, at 54.944. That was almost a second and a half faster than James Wheeler in the lead.
And Fowler actually made his first overtake for third, I believe, as they crossed the line after safety car. He'd already made up a position before we'd even had a lap of green flag.
Well, the
and now he's gone another.
Now as it ties her in, and he is absolutely flying. He's on the ragged edges, Neil Fowler. Look at that, it's just incredible, isn't it? Oh my word, almost round it goes. Amazing defending by James Wheeler. These two are going to have a ding dong. Will it allow Ian Pryor to catch up and join this as well? Magnificent racing.
Absolutely fantastic racing. Very sketchy there. He lit the rear tyres up on that curb, but he seems to definitely have the legs along the straight. Look at that. Drove past him like he's in a different class.
Oh my word, that was insane. Neil Fowler takes the lead of this race.
But I don't think he's going to give up just yet. No, I was going to say he might have a go at Druids, which he is trying to go around the outside of him. To be fair play.
I'll tell you, James is not going to give up on this, isn't he? He's going to keep his foot in, although the straight line speed that Fowler has, I don't know anybody can live with that, really.
No, I think as soon as you see this exit, he'll be gone.
Wheeler's only chance really here is going to be a massive lunge into Druids, because that first sector may play to his strengths with his car. It does seem to be turning a lot better as he gains on the way into clearways, but as soon as they get to the main straight, there's not a hope.
Wheeler there as well, really squaring off the corner and trying to maximise his exit to really try and make the most of it, but you can see it's all in vain, and that car just pulls away, absolutely pulls away. But there is still a fight going on for second. Oh, that was quite close from at least where we were standing. Still managed to hold on to second place and get the run up the hill, so very impressive there from Wheeler.
The only thing I will say about Neil Fowler is I've been covering the BCV8s for the last few years, and actually seeing the checkered flag has been a bit of an issue for Fowler over the years. So this race is by no means over, and Fowler seems to go through these purple patches. He's just been in the middle of one now. Is the car going to wear off a little bit? We're going to find out. There's still over 8 minutes of this race to go. As we know, it's such a short circuit, doing 54.5 seconds around here. It means there's still good 8 laps left. There's a long way to go yet, Mitch.
Yeah, it's a long way to go, and if you've had those problems in the past, it will be in the back of your mind. Although, if you're in that much of a fight, I don't think you have time to actually think. He's just driving on instinct and using the strengths of his car very well to gain a big gap.
Pryor's going to have a look down the inside of Wheeler now as well. Is he going to be able to hold it? Wheeler's going to have the better line, though. Does manages to keep hold of the position this time, although he's going to have another sniff going into Druids, isn't he? And this time Pryor has the inside line, but James Wheeler's so confident on those brakes, isn't he?
Yeah, very confident on the brakes. He's got so much confidence in his car as well. The way that he can hang that thing around the outside of places like Paddock and just know that it's going to stick, have the confidence that it's not going to catch him out with a little stepping out moment or anything like that is very, very impressive. He's clearly got that thing dialed into just how he likes it.
I have to say, I do love the BCV8 Championship. We're not ignoring what's going on in the rest of the field, but to be honest, there isn't really any great battles going on anywhere throughout the field. At the minute, Fowler leads. It's Wheeler in second, Pryor in third, Young in fourth, Wells in fifth, L. Spencer in sixth, Wardle in seventh, Deemer is eighth. I haven't said that Toby on the last lap did get past Greenwood, so Toby's up to ninth, Greenwood is 10th, McCarthy's 11th, Samuels is 12th, Jay Spencer's 13th, then we've got Linfield 14th, Dickinson 15th in the Invitational class. Strike is looking to strike it lucky in 16th, right to 17th. We've lost McAngus, we've lost Farzian and Chittenden from this race.
So things might start to get a little bit more interesting, even though they've sort of spread out a little bit at the front, as they are now coming to lap the back of the field. So, will that play into play?
Sorry, Charles, there is a battle going on at the top as well, heading up towards Druids now. I think it's Tovey and Ken Deemer going toe-to-toe, and Tovey's just straight through, isn't he?
He is, yeah, sorry Ian. I was just waiting to see whether he's going to get the cutback or not on him, and no, yeah, like you say, straight through, made it look easy, simple one and done.
Simple one and done indeed. Through they go. Yes, it was Ben Tovey on Ken Deemer. Next in Tovey's sights is Ollie Wardle, who is actually quite a bit ahead, actually, to be fair. And Ollie Wardle's still got a lot of smoke coming out of the back bench.
He does still have a lot of smoke coming out of the back. Doesn't seem to be affecting his mentality, though. He still seems to be full on going for it. So, credit. And also, credit to all these drivers. They may be in a lot of space and on their own, but none of them are backed off. They're all absolutely on the limit, particularly through Graham Hill-Benton. There's been so many moments for people. They're not backing off. They may be miles away from the car in front. They don't care.
They don't care, do they? Right back into the heart of the action. Just over 5 minutes left on the clock. After this broadcast, we're going to go to a very short break. And when I say short, I mean like 10 minutes short. Before we're back live from race 2, we'll be in assembly area, hear from the drivers. And at the end of the race, I believe they're going into Parc Fermé. At the end of this one, because it's such a short turnover, the BCV8 Championship are actually in the outer paddock, hence the reason why we haven't been able to get over there yet. So they've got to go straight back there, basically chuck a bit of fuel in and come back.
Yeah, basically that. But it's good for you guys at home because it means that you don't have to go anywhere or worry about times. All you've got time for is to go away, make yourself a cup of tea, top up the popcorn and come straight back to us.
Exactly, and if it's anything like this, it is going to be ace entertainment indeed. At the minute, it does look like... oh, what's happened? Pryor's passed James Wheeler. I missed that. I completely missed that. But Ian Pryor is now up to second place, and Wheeler has dropped significantly back in third place. There is.
Yeah, did you?
Does that car sound all right?
It did sound a bit grumbly. There wasn't the greatest noise I've heard as it came down the main straight, but it's not seemed to back off straight line speed. It just doesn't sound comfortable.
Yeah, the one thing I will say is I think he might be losing the rears in that car because the last few laps he's been really struggling to put the power down coming out of Graham Hill bend, and he's been really having to fight with the car. So it could be the fact that the tyres are starting going off. Obviously, we are seeing slightly higher temperatures than we had this morning, so that could catch a few people out, even experienced people such as your current champion.
Yeah, that is a good point to make. This is essentially a completely different Brands Hatch that they're seeing now compared to qualifying. It was absolutely miserable this morning and a drying track. We have now had the sun on it all morning, and yet most of the oil has now cleared as well. So it is a much better Brands Hatch, but it is going to affect the way they drive it, particularly with the rear tyres.
Yeah, it certainly does look that way, doesn't it? Looks like James Wheeler is happy to take the third place, but actually it will still be the win in Class C because Fowler and Pryor in Class D. So I think James is probably thinking save the car for race 2 now. It's pretty much job done in Class C for him, isn't it? Why take the risk? And it's a fair point to make with the next race coming up so quickly. However, Fowler wants to win it. He's got 3 minutes. He's got to do about 3 more times around Brands Hatch Indy, maybe 4, and he'll take the checkered flag and win the race. 3 minutes to go. It has been a very exciting 17 minutes so far.
Yeah, exactly that, Ian. To finish first, as they say, first you have to finish. And I think very much for this weekend, if you're thinking about the championship, to still be in it, you want to be able to start the second race as well, which is just as important, because any issues in this one could mean that you miss both, so you end up sort of in double trouble when it comes to championship points.
It is about being consistent, isn't it? Certainly at club level, because there will be meetings that certain drivers might not take part in for whatever reason. It's just been a long way away, or work commitments, who knows? So it's not like Formula One where they get paid a fortune to turn up and race every week.
Yeah, and a lot of these drivers will have other halves that want to drag them to weddings and other weird things that people want to do with their weekends that don't involve driving around in in lovely cars on beautiful days like this. I don't know what else you'd want to be doing on a weekend, but some people seem to find other things that they want to do.
Yeah, so 2 minutes to go. It is Fowler leading away from Pryor in second. Actually, Class D 1-2. Wheeler is in third place on track. He's got the number 1. He's the defending champion. He's third on track, but first in Class C. Then Young is fourth. Wells is fifth. L. Spencer is sixth. Wardle is seventh. Tovey is eighth. Deemer is ninth. Greenwood is 10th. They're all Class C cars. Then we've got McCarthy is 11th. Samuels 11th. They are in 12th. Apologies, they're Class B. It's Jay Spencer leading the AB class at the minute. He's in 13th. Dickinson is on his own in invitation class in his MGA twin cam. He's currently in 14th. Then Linfield is 15th. He's the defending champion in Class B. Strike is in 16th and Rides is 17th. We have lost McAngus, Farzin and Chittenden from this race. 1.5 to go.
Yeah, while you were talking there, Ian, you guys probably saw it on the stream. Wheeler almost getting a little too familiar with a bit of lap traffic. Caught him out there, I think, on the brakes going into Graham Hill Bend. Passed him safely now, no real issues. Yeah, that was probably a bit of a butt clenching moment there for Wheeler.
Just listen to the noise, Mitch. I mean, as Fowler goes past, my God, doesn't it make your stomach rumble?
It is an amazing sounding car, and I'm actually going to record it and have that as a soundtrack now and play that when I'm in the gym, because that is a lovely noise.
Well, that'll get you fired up to lift some heavy weights. I don't know what will. It's a heavy metal motorsport here, it really is. Right, we are, I think we're probably going to be on the last lap now. Where is Mr. Fowler? He's just gone over the start-finish line. He's going down Paddock Hill now, up towards Druids, the tight hairpin at the top. We've got 28 seconds. This is now the last lap of the race, and it is going to be Fowler who's going to take it. He just put his lights on. I think he did that for the camera. Look, he just gave us a little flash just for the camera. Well, he wasn't, but I like to think it was, because his lights are on anyway. But, you know, I like to think he did it for us. Ian Pryor comfortably in second. As I said, James Wheeler is he's in third. He's about 11 seconds behind Ian Pryor, but he's about 15 seconds ahead of Wells. So no point in risking the car now, is there?
No, none at all. Just drive her home, keep her safe. Big sideways moment there from number 19 on the exit of Graham Hill. And
James Spencer giving us an exhibition there, leader in Class AB.
Yeah.
Fowler comes over the line, and he does take the checkered flag. Confirmation, Neil Fowler, your race winner here. Pryor comes over in second place. They are both in Class D, so congratulations to Fowler. It's nice to see Neil actually take the checkered flag. He's been at a lot of his races, and as I said, he's had a bit of rotten luck over the years. Good to see him getting the win. James Wheeler comes over in third place, but takes Class C honours as well. We've got a bit of a gap before Young. I think Young comes over. Wells will be in fifth place. So just wait for them to come over before I get too excited and say I've got something completely wrong. Jay Spencer, by the way, is over the line. Champion in, winner in Class AB. Congratulations to him. Dickinson is the winner of the invitational class because he's the only one in it. But congratulations, you get a pot anyway.
It's a lovely car, though. It's a beautiful car, sounds great, and it's nice to see it out.
Yeah, so Al Spencer over the line in sixth. Tovey, confirmation, Wells did come over the line in fifth. Al Spencer is sixth. Tovey's seventh. Deemer eighth. Greenwood ninth. McCarthy's 10th. Let's just pop that on screen for you on TSL so you can see for yourself how things have finished up here for race one of the BCV8 Championship. It has been an absolute thriller, hasn't it? Listening to that noise, oh my word, there it is on screen. You don't have long to go though before race two, so we are going to get ourselves off now. We're going to head down, we're going to reset up, we'll be back in assembly and you'll hear from the drivers. We'll get some post-race reaction from that and then about how they're feeling going straight into the next race. I've never done anything where it's this quick. Come back literally 10-15 minutes. We'll be back live for race two. Thanks for watching. We'll see you very soon. Go put the kettle on. BCV8 Championship about to take to the track.